Hello people and welcome to the new playthrough series. It is Player Manager 99 on the PS1. It's played on real hardware, so you might hear the PlayStation above my head whirring around. We've done the pre-setup on this. We've done the draw. We're on a project to play as every team that's ever played in the Premier League. And this season, season 98-99, we are managing Leicester City. So they came 10th in real life. If you saw when we played the original Player Manager, this looks drastically different. You'll see that when we get through to the menus. Now, originally, you had Player Manager. You had Player Manager on the PlayStation 1, which is what we played. You had Player Manager 2 on the PC, and then you've moved to Player Manager 99, which has got George Graham on. I have lost the box off to my side. I'll get that up for next episode. Now, my first question, did you have this? Did you play this? Here we are. So, manager is obviously me, Masio. We have got 9.4 million. At the minute, we're playing 4-4-2 wingback style. There are some really nice touches on this. We, though, have got one of the worst budgets in the league. Southampton are worse than us. Look, 6 million. Wednesday about the same. This was during the era they had no money. Newcastle, 18. Shame we didn't get them. Middlesbrough, 11. Man United, 21. Liverpool 16. Let's skip us. So if we have a look all the way through, other than Southampton, Charlton as well actually, who we did play as on the original Player Manager, we've got an extremely small budget. So we're going to hope that our squad is good. We're going to go into it, have a look now, see what we're working with here at the start, see where we need to strengthen. So we have got Masio, the Player Manager. He's a midfielder on this. Can't seem to find any way of changing that. We'll have a look at squad stats in a minute. Who else have we got though? So player value wise, Sakarakis, 2 million. Anyone greater than him? Heskey's 1 million. Impey's 2.2. Oh, here we are. Matt Elliott, 3.6 million, and Casey Keller, 1.7 million. So we've got some holes and some issues in the squad. Now the older players are worth less on this. So here are our stats. So you've got passing, shooting, tackling, heading, control, pace, aggression. I was going to say agility, composure. There's agility, and then data is their age. So look, Steve Walsh, 34. That would probably be why he's so. His value is not great, despite his great stats. Look at this. Elliott has got tackling of 100 and heading of 100. No wonder he's worth so much money. And look, Lenning, 99. So we've got a pretty good starting team there. Guppy needs to get in the side from the looks of that. Striker is a problem. Is Tony Cottee our best striker? Oh, Ian Marshall's got a shooting of 90. Peggy Arpeck said. Stuart Campbell. So there's 2 of us now from Corby on the squad. Heskey is disappointing, isn't he? How old is he? He's only 20, so maybe he'll improve as we go on. Now there is a way. Let's have a look at match sheet. There is a way for you to retire if you're not into Player Manager. It lets you pick that at the start. Do you want to start as manager? Do you want to start as Player Manager? I've picked Player Manager just because it's called Player Manager. Now, if we press R1, it's going to bring up the club feed. So let's go straight to. Let's try team training. So I don't think we're going to have any scouts or any coaches, because it said this in the manual. The first thing you want to do is go here. Here we are. So yeah, we've got 1 coach. You've got a rating of 9. So. Right, so I found it now. So we're going to click goalkeeper, keeping coach. Right, so we've got a 5. So let's bring him in. £1,000 a week. Defensive coach. Let's go 7. We want the best coaches possible. Especially with our depleted budget. Let's get a 10. We need a 10. We need to get Heskey trained up. Now, I don't know if you get any other options of these if you wait. But we're going to just hire everyone who's here for the time being. Dietitian. That's very modern. Now, you might have noticed I just did it there. There is an R2 and R1 snaps you to the bottom left and the bottom right of the screen. This is another game that used the mouse, and it makes reference to the mouse on several of the menus. But right, a faith healer. I'm not hiring that. Now next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the tactics designer. In here is where you pick what the players do, and this, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've not quite got the hang of this yet. So there are lots of stuff that I can change and I can do down here. Look, runs, feeds, long ball, shoot on sight, cross. So at the minute we're on wingbacks 4-4-2. I'm going to go, tell you what, let's pick a formation first. I'm thinking we're going to go 5-3-2. And the wingbacks means that these guys are pushed on and that they're running up here and they're trying to feed these guys in there. So that is what we are going to do for the time being. So that has confirmed that. The only difficult part here is I can't find a way of changing a guy from the reserves to the bench. So you have to do that in view squad. So for example, this is what I mean. Here's my subs bench. So Gunnlaugsson, Guppy, Maceo, Heskey are Peck's head. Say I want Guppy off and I want Kamara on. I have to do that here rather than in the other menu. So when you click done, do a day, do a week / match day, go to game. We can't go to games, grayed out the minutes. So we're going to do a week. We're going to do a week. We're going to play. We're going to play the first game. Manager's busy with their daily management tasks. We're going to play the first game before we look at the transfer list, see how we get on. Then you guys can let me know what looks like the weak areas. Is the formation good? Never played this. Not even really done a test other than to set it up and get the save set up. Have a quick scan, make sure everything was working. So I'm excited to see how we can do with Leicester City. So we were going to go through, but we've already got our first bit of transfer. Locomotive have come in for Casey Keller. Now, it looks like he is worth 1.9 million and they're offering 1.7. Obviously, I don't want to sell him, but we're going to hit offer price. And they've not done anything. So, because you can change this, look, by clicking here. We've put the money up and they've put their offer down. Stop wasting my time, Locomotive. Nice little time to stop here. Sunday the 9th of August 1998 would have been my 16th birthday, so I wonder if the Charity Shield was played on this day. Seems like a familiar theme, though. Man United with getting their hands on a trophy. Doesn't tell us who they've played. We are hopefully going to be at, though, the first week. We could have made... Oh, they've played Arsenal and they've won on penalties from the looks of that. We could have played friendlies, but we've skipped them. Hopefully this is going to take us through to the first week of the Premier League. So here we are in real time, been on about 25 minutes. Obviously, it's not going to be 25-minute mark of the episode, but just to let you know how long it has taken to get through to the game. I know we could have played some friendlies, but like I said, the processing speed of this is a tad slow compared to what we used to. So here's today's fixture. We've got no stats in here at the minute because it's the first game of the season. Hopefully the lack of friendlies has not hindered our fitness. Let's have a look at Leeds then. So they've got Nigel Martin, they've got Warren Barton, I wonder if he's a signing, Danny Granville, David Hopkin, Lucas Radibi, Gunnar Hall, Kuehl, Batty, Smith, Hasselbank and Bruno Ribeiro. We've got highlights, we've got scanner, or we've got commentary. We are going to start this episode with scanner because this is what people had previously spoken to me about. I'm going to see what this is like. Glorious stadium overhead. Lots of good parking around. Look at this. There's parking around three sides of that stadium. If you've seen me with any of the games that let you build stadiums, you know what a fan I am of the fictional amount of parking that games developers felt like football stadiums had around them in this era. So here is the scanner. So we're on normal speed. You've got your time up here. We are in the yellow. We've got possession bar, or territory bar, I guess it is. We've got squads each side. Let's see what analysis mode does. Doesn't seem to do anything. And then we've got who's on the ball. So Leeds in the blue, we're in the yellow. Number 5 got it for them. That's Lucas Radibi. And it's quite nice that... Have they scored? They have scored. That's disappointing. Like I say, it's quite nice that you've got the real squads in action there. So let's see if we can figure out. They've got 2 at the back, it looks like. So they've got 2 at the back 3. Number 2 looks like he's significantly pushed on for them, so I don't know if he's a wing back. We've got... I had missed that we had scored, so I don't have my volume up very loud this end. So that's a bit of an error. So I've missed who scored that. Let's have a look at work rate. So our different stats that we've got here. Look, so we've got performance rating, we've got fatigue, and then involvement. I don't know what the involvement rating is out to. Like, Lennon is involved at a 95% rate. That feels good for me, considering he's one of our better players. Now, for me, I quite like this. I would prefer the ball to be easier to see, because it's kind of getting lost for me in the jumble of white. So I would like their numbers to be a different colour and the ball to be the only white thing. But that's a very minor gripe. Right, good ball forward there. And you can see that our strikers have got some good depth to them. One of them's a lot more pushed on than the other one. So 10, Marshall, much further forward than Fenton. And there is half time, and at least I've spotted that. Right, here we go. Right, so are we going to get Parker? Where is Parker? Parker's playing there. Let's swap Parker with the player manager. Yes. So that has happened. Let's see if this makes any changes to us. Does he have any sort of... So we've made the one change for now. We're now kicking down screen. There is the player manager. Hopefully we've got a good assistant manager to deal with the tactics once I am on. Want a free kick here. Lennon has taken that. I still can't believe I missed that we scored. Especially after how long it took us to score Sheffield United on Championship Manager 3. To score a goal and not even realise is like a nice change of pace, I would say. We had another shot there whilst I was droning on. And I feel like we're doing okay here. I would have expected Leeds to have been a much stronger side than us. Now, look, they have got a back 4. I can see that now. They're in a 4-4-2 from the looks of that. So I don't know if they've changed. We've had another shot there. So Lennon and Marshall. So I'm going to go to substitutions in a minute. So press tactics before, despite the fact it clearly says tactics. So I'm waiting on substitutions. We've got that queued. And I'm already thinking forward line is where we're going to have to look to strengthen. Oh, we've had a shot there. Number 3, Olathorn all the way forward. Right, let's get... I know he's not got the best rating, but let's get Heskey on for Fenton. So Heskey now on. There he is, number 15. Now, it said we'd brought through that youth player had signed for us. So I wonder if we can find him after this game. Have a look how good he actually is. And there we go. That is the first game. 1-1 away at Leeds. Missed a goal. But that feels like a good start. So let's just have a look at our little breakdown here. So This is work rate, right? Work rate based on ground covered during the match. So Savage has done basically nothing. Neither has Matt Elliott. He's just stood there from the looks of that. Involvement, fatigue, and then overall performance. So Keller, one of our better players. Lennon, one of our better players. Savage hasn't played poorly, considering the fact that he's not moved. Let's have a look on show graphs, just because it said graphs. So I was very keen to click it. Work rate, involvement. So there is so much here. There is so much here in this game already. It's already abundantly clear to me. It feels so different from the previous one as well. Now, here is the first day. Any results that stand out to you? Oh yeah, Liverpool 6, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Oh, we're going to be top of the league. We won 6-1. No, you're not, because Chelsea beat Everton 8-1. So, not the best sign for realism straight away, let's be honest. 2 results like that on the same day. Let's just have a quick scan of the league table. So Chelsea going to be top, obviously. That's good for our goal difference, at least. Or it's good for us with the goal difference differentials, that there's already a team on -7, -5 and -4. I'd missed however many Forest had chipped in. Oh, 4. They lost 4-0. Look. So we've got a point more than them, and we've already got that big cushion. But let's get into player search. So we're going to come in here. We're going to have a look at, right, so maximum price range. Let's click this up, because we got 9 million. We don't want to spend that all on one player. But is that 900,000? Yes, I've just counted the zeros. Let's put it on 12 million then. At the minute, we're just going to click. I'm not going to set any of these stats on the side, because it looks like that's how you would rank them. Now, probably about 45 seconds worth of loading from when you last saw me. Signing a player on the previous game was a skill and an art that I never mastered. So we're going to have a look here. Now, I don't know what order these are in. I don't know what order these are in at all. So we're going to have a look at... Let's have a look at status. Right, let's go let's see the transfer listed players to start with. And then, because we've not done any type of sorting, it does look a bit like they're just all over the place. Let's sort by price. So the best player available to at the minute is Vivas from Arsenal. Then you've got Powell, Nicola Berti, Jason Yule. So let's have a look at... We've signed him before on this on a game, but let's have a look at Yule, because striker already seems to be a key area for us to need to have a look at. Right, what have we got? He's only got shooting 56, so he's not going to improve us. He's really quick, great stamina, but that's not going to cut it. Let's just have a scan down. You've got Ramon Vega there. Paul Devlin. You've got Rainford. You've got Seal. So we're going to have to get creative in terms of finding someone. So let's come off. Let's have a look at unsettled. Are there any unsettled players, or is it too early? So it's too early for that. What we're going to do, we're going to get into the second game, and then that's going to be it for the first episode. And if you've played this, you can let me know any tips or any things that you think I need to know about. So we can't go to a game, so we're going to have to do a week. Where is this going to take us? I quite like this screen. I was going to say I can't see how to get it to start, but it started. It's a bit Championship Manager, isn't it? Made it look easy. He's passed around. He must score. Oh, he's blazed it over the bar. So we're getting dominated on possession. Got some player info. We've got subs and stats, and then we've got normal and fast speed. We'll have a look at fast speed in a bit. We're 10 minutes in now, though. Savage and Lennon again. Good involvement. Dominating this little spell here, though. Lennon uses the space. David James has saved that comfortably after a 25-yard shot. So I can't see what formation Liverpool are playing. So that is the downside of this view. Don't know if they're in here. They are in here, it looks like. So what they're playing really narrow, aren't they? Playing 3-5-2 tight. Double holding midfielders. They have got Paul Ince playing sweeper as well. That's pretty unconventional. Did he play with Lothar Matthäus into though? Maybe he's picked that up off of him. Oh, and Michael Owen, he's taken the ball off. He scored. It's got 1-0 Liverpool, even though they're the away team. So that's bothering me. But we're doing much better with the possession at least. Now, they're playing very narrow. We're trying to play wide, but I wonder if we should try and play even wider. So Michael Owens just had a shot. Looks like he was going to score. Casey Keller with a fantastic save around the outside. Now, it's fairly easy to read. My problem is I'm not used to reading this text and my brain's not processing it as quickly as it would say Championship Manager. But let's see what we can do. Do we have wingers? Who's that? Parker is obviously not a winger. Who is 7? Savage. I don't want long ball. I don't want withdrawn. Let's go wide. Let's try and see if we can unsettle their narrow formation. Well, let's bring Masio on for. Parker's playing well though. Let's just fire me up top. Really, I'm the manager now. I'll just go up front. Like, take the penalties, captain. Second half is started. Let's get it on fast. See what difference fast makes. So it's still slower than very fast on Championship Manager. But I would say the little bits there are readable, especially if you've played a little bit on normal. This game is zipping by now, though. It's not really creating any chances, though. Still only 1-0. We've got 15 minutes left. They've scored again. I've missed who that was because I was trying to see what had happened to Rob Ulafon. McManaman has scored. Considering, though, they've just won 8-1, I feel like we're doing okay to only be 2-0 down. I do need to try and change. Let's get Kamara on. Now, he's obviously picked up an injury or something to have dropped so significantly. And it could be the limitations of our fairly defensive system. But we've had 2 shots on target, or two shots, both of them on target at least. They've only had 5 shots, 2 on target. Now, they've obviously scored with both of theirs. Oh, Oyvind Leonardson. Surely a penalty. Liverpool appeal, but it's not given. That's what I like to see. Clawed away for a corner. If we can keep this at 2-0, that'll be better than losing 3-0. They've got another corner. It's knocked to the near post. Keller with a desperate lunge. It slips from his glove. Keller was fouled by Owen. Referee, get your whistle blown. There we go. So, scored in the first game. Missed it. They've scored in this game. I've missed that. Man of the match is McManaman of Liverpool. And there we are. There's our introduction to Player Manager 99. We will have a little look at the league table to wrap up. Not going to bother with that for the time being. There's so much here. There's so much here. I don't think I would have been as sophisticated enough of a football fan to have enjoyed this at the time. I'm enjoying it now, even though it's so different from the original one. So we're not even in the top 15 now. We are 17th, so we're above Forest, who are now on -10 goals. Wednesday, who are on -6, and Charlton. We're level on points with Man United. If you'd offer, and Arsenal, look, we're only a point behind them. If you'd offered me that at the start of the year, obviously we would have taken it. So there we are. That is Player Manager. I'm going to play another few games, see if I can maybe sign a signing. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if there's any players you want me to sign, what your thoughts are of this, what you think of this, seeing it for the first time. And we will see you next Wednesday for episode 2 of this.